everybody. Happy Friday to you, my friends. How's everybody doing out there? Hi, Kim. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Anita. Bonnie is here. Hey, Evelyn. Lois. What is up, my friends? It's so good to see you guys. I know some of you are here for some news. I don't think that you realize, though, that the news has already been posted. It has been posted. It's been posted in our groups. It's been posted. Beadalon posted it. It's been posted in various places. But I'm still going to share it with you, obviously. If you had been snooping around the groups lately, you probably already know what it is. And I had given quite a big hint. Not too long ago, but I will be sharing. I'll be spilling the news here in just a second. Let everybody make their way in first. And I want to say hello to everybody, the controller. Come get it. Sorry, we're having someone left something in here that they need. So he's going to be opening the door here in just a second. I just had to text him to tell him he's just going to have to come in. That's just, there's no way around it. You're going to have to come and get it yourself because I don't know where it is. Okay, bye. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Stephanie. How are you? Hi, Kirsten from Canada. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's get into it because we have a lot of things in today's show and I want to show you all of them. I don't want to waste too much time, but I do want to let you guys know where you can find me on Monday. So here's the thing. But next week, there will not be any lives next week at all. Okay, so I will not be around for our Tuesday show. I'm likely not going to be able to do a Feelgood Friday show. So I'm just going to say that I won't be here because I will be, Kathy says, and that was who? That's Q. That's my better half. That's my man. So anyway, there will not be any lives next week. However, you will still see me. You will still see me if you tune in to ShopLC on Monday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Now you're going to have to figure out your own time zone there. Okay. 11 a.m. Eastern time on ShopLC. I will be with Becky Doll on a new show that they have put together on ShopLC called Gem Maker Studio. I'm really, really excited about it. We've been working towards this for a very, very long time. I've been kind of sitting on this secret for a really, really long time, which is hard to do because I've wanted to share this with you guys for a very long time. What's ShopLC? It's a channel on cable. But you can actually, it's more than just a cable channel. So you can find it on regular cable. You can find it on Tubi. You can find it on your, anywhere you can download an app. So if you've got like a tablet or your phone or your computer, you can download the ShopLC app and you can watch live TV from the ShopLC app directly that way. Or you can just find it on your local cable channels lineup. It's there. It's just a channel. It's a shop at home channel that is based in it's based in Austin. Kel says I'm in the UK. Oddly enough, there's actually a ShopLC channel in UK as well. I don't think that they call it ShopLC. I think they call it something else. But there are ShopLC channels in the UK, Germany, India, and here in the United States. So I don't know that we're going to be streaming to the UK channel. I'm not entirely sure. I know that was talked about, but I don't know that that's true. But if you're here in the United States, Leanne says I don't have cable. That's okay. You can download the app. You can add the app to your phone or to your tablet. It's super easy and it's free. So anyway, because I know a lot of people I don't have cable either. I just do streaming. So I don't do, but you can definitely see it all online if you don't have cable. So easy peasy. But, what was I going to say? I got sidetracked. Now I've forgotten and my nose is starting to itch a little bit. What was I saying? Oh, that's where I'll be. I mean, it's just more of the same. That's where I will be on Monday. So, yeah, if you've got a smart TV, I think you can download it to Roku. Should be very easy to find. The app is definitely available on Roku. What cable channel is it? I have no idea. So yeah, there's several ways that you can watch, guys. It's not, there's not like a lot of steps to follow. You know how there used to be a lot of steps to follow when I used to do that thing somewhere else? There's not a lot of steps to follow here. Literally, it's a 2-hour show. It is a 2-hour show. And that is at 11 a.m. on ShopLC. And that's Eastern time. So like I said, you're going to have to kind of adjust. So, yeah, it is on Fire TV as well. You just download the app. You just look for the app, y'all. Just look for the app. ShopLC has apps on just about everything. So again, that's me and Becky. Becky is currently a little bit under the weather at the moment, but she doesn't fly out until Sunday. I fly out tomorrow. She doesn't fly out until Sunday. I'm hoping that by Sunday she's feeling a lot better. But I will be there one way or another. And that will be with Cheryl Els, who is going to be the host. And it's brand new. This is absolutely brand new. And if you happen to check out ShopLC right now, they've been running promos. I actually posted one in on my personal Facebook page. I caught a screen grab of it if you want to go watch it, or you can just, pull up ShopLC anytime you want to. They've been running it at the top of every other hour. So if you want to see the promo, you can look at it that way. Or if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can go watch it that way too. So that is how that is going to go. Now it is going to be a little bit different. So it is obviously a shop at home channel. So it is going to be one of those situations where I have a ton of products to show you guys. We'll do some quick little demos, and then we'll really be talking about a lot of the products. You don't want to miss it. There are some products that you guys already know and love, and that some of you already have. However, there are bead mixes that you do not want to miss. You 100% do not want to miss these bead mixes because they are exclusive to ShopLC. We put them together just for ShopLC. You're not going to be able to find them anywhere else. There's a mystery grab bag that is killer. It is so good. It is so good, and the price on it is incredible. So you definitely want to come and hang out. Now, I will give you a little bit of information about ShopLC before you get there. So ShopLC is a shop at home network. They do not focus specifically on jewelry. I used to work at the other network, right, where it was jewelry 24/7, and they had a jewelry making show. This is different. They do have jewelry on ShopLC, but they also sell other things like housewares and fashion and things like that. It is a true shop at home channel. And so there is a little bit of everything there. This is a brand new show, Gem Maker Studio, where they're going to be focusing on jewelry making. The reason that I'm kind of pushing, I'm really explaining that this is new to you is because this is a brand new show. It's going to change and evolve over time. It's not going to be what you see on Monday is probably not the way that it is going to look a year from now if it's still going on. Okay. So I just want you to know that, like, the setup for Monday is sort of like it's like a pilot episode, I guess. It is live. There's no chat because this is regular TV, or so, but there are ways that they set the show up that will probably change and evolve over time. So I guess what I'm saying is just give it a shot. ShopLC, because it is a shop at home network, they kind of have their own little thing that they've got going on. And I have absolutely no control over that. So I kind of have to play by their rules. It's not like I can just come in and be like, here's how we're going to do things. It doesn't work that way. I'm just there as a vendor. We're going to show off some awesome bead mixes and things, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I would love for you guys to join us. So that's the plan. That again will be on Monday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So check your time zones, set your reminders for all of that. And just know that there will be no lives for me here on Tuesday or Friday of next week, because I will still be in Austin, Texas, doing all of those things. Even though the show is only on Monday, there are still some other things that have to happen after that. So I'm not going to be back to my home until late in the week. So anyway, just set your reminders. Okay. So it's going to be fun. I'm a little nervous. I really hope that Becky is well enough to come and go with me, because it is always more fun. Like, the energy is higher and it keeps your nerves down when you have a friend, you know, to be with you. So I'm hoping that Becky is going to be there and everything is going to be fantastic. And it even if she's not, it's still going to be fantastic and fun. But I just want you guys to know. So come and hang out with us. It'll be fun. You'll hear more about it this afternoon over on Art Beads at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I, of course, will be sharing all that information with you again this afternoon. And everybody here will be sharing the information. My team will be sharing the information so that you guys will be able to find us. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I would love for you to be there. All right, so now let's get into why we are here today, because it's Feel Good Friday. It is my very favorite day of the week. I love my Feel Good Friday show. I love hanging with you guys. This is such a cool way to round out my work week. And I have beautiful kits for you guys. I have leather, I have pearls, I have chain, I have crystals, I have all of the yummy things in today's show, and I hope that you enjoy all of the projects that I have. I also have a maker mix. We haven't done a maker mix in a while. I've got a maker mix in today's show as well. So if you guys are new to our Feel Good Friday shows, Feel Good Fridays are all about fun and easy instant gratification jewelry. Everything that you see in today's show is available as a kit for purchase in my Etsy shop. My team is here in the comment section dropping links to those kits, so you can go directly to them and add those to your cart and do all of your shopping. However, if you want to just browse my Etsy shop at any given time, there are kits there from previous shows as well as finished pieces of jewelry. So definitely check out my Etsy shop anytime you want to. Now, last week, I did a little bonus for those of you who are the first 20 orders. For the first 20 orders last week, you got a little free gift of some Prestige, aka Swarovski cubes. And this week, I also have a free gift. So the first 20 purchases in my Etsy shop will get a little gift of some side drilled Prestige crystal bicones. So just gentle reminder, if you are one of the first 20 to make an order in today's show, you will get your free crystals. Okay. All right. So we're going to get right into things. Just gentle reminder to everybody that our Feel Good Friday shows focus on simple techniques, simple wire work, simple stringing, simple knotting, things like that. We don't do anything hard, because we remind ourselves that beautiful jewelry does not have to be a representation of every skill or technique that you have ever learned, right? We keep it simple, but we still make beautiful things, and you can purchase all of them. Let's get you turned around. All right. So starting out with our maker mix today, thank you to my team for answering all the comments all the questions in the comment section. There are so many of them. We'd be here forever. I gotta get on with the good stuff. So I appreciate you guys so much. All right. So here is our maker mix for the week. This one is called Feeling Lucky. This one has a carved jade clover in it, little shamrock that we had actually made some earrings in the past out of. There are check glass drucks in here, as well as this beautiful toggle clasp with the big leaf on it, some daisy spacers, just a really beautiful little maker mix for you guys in lucky green. All right, now moving on to our pieces of jewelry. I have 3 bracelets, 1 set of earrings, and a necklace for you guys. I think we're going to start out though with this beautiful blue bracelet. So we're going to be putting together this lovely sapphire bracelet. This has got some beautiful crystals. There are some large hole beads here, as well as some leather. I'm going to dump all this out for you. Now, this bracelet actually comes with 2 color options, and I want to show you what the 2 color options here are. Either one of them is going to be absolutely beautiful. So as you are checking this listing out, it's going to ask you for the color of the prestige cubes that you want. This is the dark blue and this is the light blue. It looks beautiful either way. I'm doing today's project in the dark blue, but I did want you to see this lighter blue. It's just a light sapphire. Same color family and everything. It's like it's the same tint, just one's darker. But this is the 2 color choices. All right, so we are going to get started with this bracelet. So this bracelet has 2 things going on. On one side is some leather. On the other side is some bead stringing. So we're going to do the bead stringing section first, and then we will put the leather part together. So this is definitely an asymmetrical design. You can see where those cubes are going to go, probably help you to make a decision as to whether you want the light ones or the dark ones. But this is mixed with some beautiful cat eye beads in that same sapphire blue. Okay, and it is 2 strands. So we are going to put together the second strand to go with this one. We're going to get our crimp and we're going to thread on our wire guardian. Hi, Elma. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Heather. Heather, I think you were already here, but I'm just now seeing your name come by. There's so many comments flying by this morning. So if I have not said hello to all of you, I apologize, but I love you and I'm glad you're here. All right, making sure that your wires are not crisscrossing inside your crimp. You're going to bring in your crimper tool. You're going to place that crimp into the back notch of that crimper tool, and you are going to give that a squeeze. Then you're going to turn that sideways, put that into the front notch of the crimper tool and give that a squeeze. Come in with your cutter and you are going to trim off the excess bead stringing wire. All right, and now we are going to string up our pattern. So I already have one of these all ready to go. So I'm just going to repeat this pattern. I'm going to pick up a small metal. Okay, then I'm going to pick up one of the small prestige cubes and another metal bead. I'm going to pick up 2 cat eye and a metal bead. Drop those down. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat that pattern. So it's going to be a cube with the metal, 2 cat eye, and a metal, a cube, metal, 2 cat eye, metal, drop that down. Okay. Cube, metal bead, two of the cat eye, and the metal. Drop those down. One of the cubes, metal bead, two cat eye, metal bead. Okay, and we're going to check our length here. So we're pretty close to the end. I'm going to do one more cube and 2 more of the cat eye beads. All right. And then we will finish that off with one of the metal beads, and we are going to crimp. And then we're going to put together the second half of this, okay? So let's go ahead and get our crimp and our wire guardian. We'll get this all in place. right? And I've gone down through that metal bead as well, which is fine. Just making sure that my wires are not crisscrossing. I'm going to bring in my crimper, put that into the back notch of the crimper tool, give that a squeeze, turn it sideways, give it a squeeze, and then trim off the excess. Okay, so now we are going to do the leather part of this bracelet. Okay, so this is going to be one side of the bracelet, these two beautiful strands, and then we're going to do the other side of this. So the other side of this, we're going to take our leather cord, and we are going to thread on our two wire guardians onto one end of our leather. And then we're going to fold that leather over, not in the middle, okay, not in the middle, towards the end, like so. So maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and then your long side. And we are going to do an overhanded knot. Now, because one of the cords is a little short, to do your overhanded knot, you may need to use your pliers to help you with this, which there's no reason that you shouldn't. That's what your tools are for. So I'm going to stick the long end through, and then I'm going to use my pliers to pull that short end. If I can reach through there, grab that and pull that through. All right. And I'm going to pull, it came out. Hold on. Let's try that again. I let go. Okay. So folding it in half, overhanded knot, just using my fingers to loop around. And then pull the short end through and the long end through. It's that short end that always makes it a little tricky. Okay. And you're going to pull that knot close to your wire guardians. Okay. All right. We're going to trim this off a little bit because it's a little long. All right. Now we are going to string up some large hole beads on this side. All right. So we are going to do a large metal. We're going to do a cat eye oval. We're going to do another large metal. Then we're going to do a decorative metal. It's got like a little heart on it. Another round metal. A cat eye. Round metal. And then another decorative metal bead that's got some texture. And then another metal, a cat eye, and a metal. Okay. Bring those down. So now you can see how this is going to be a half and half bracelet, right? Okay, so we need to finish off our end. To finish off our end here, we just have a little bit of leather left. I could tie a knot, but it's kind of short. So instead, I'm going to wrap around some wire. I'm going to take a jump ring. My jump ring already has my clasp on it. I'm going to thread my leather through that. And then I'm going to fold this over again, sort of like we did down here. However, I'm going to fold over a little bit closer to my beads, just like that. And I'm going to take my wire here and I'm going to bundle around the leather. Whoops, that was a very, very messy start. I'm going to bundle around the leather with my wire, if I could hold on to everything to get that started. And I'm just going to kind of do like a messy wrap. Now you can do a clean wrap if you want to. It's totally up to you. This is your piece of jewelry. Once you get this home, you can do this however you want to. I'm going to tidy that up a little bit because it's a little too messy for me. But I'm just taking my wire around instead of tying a knot. Now, if you think that you have the dexterity here to tie a knot instead, you don't need to use your wire if you don't want to. Okay. But I bundled around with my wire. I'm going to trim my end, and then I'm going to trim the end of my leather as well. All right. And then on the other end of this, I'm just going to attach some jump rings. So you can make that clean. I did messy. I like to messy wrap with my wire, but you 100% can do this nice and clean. And I'm going to show you a clean wrap with the leather on a different bracelet here in just a few minutes, but there you go. That is our first bracelet of the day, which I think is really beautiful. I love the blues in this. They're so, so pretty. So you've got this beautiful blue of the crystals and the blue cat eye and the same cat eye in these beautiful large hole beads as well. So got a little bit of everything here. You've got some leather, some crystals, some silver. Like, you can't go wrong. This is such a pretty one. And if you decide to go with the lighter colored cubes, if you want the light ones over the dark ones, it's still going to be absolutely gorgeous because they still match with the cat eye. So pretty. All right, moving on to the next. I'm going to set that to the side, and we're going to move on to another leather type bracelet here. I have all of Wanda's favorite things in today's show. She's probably hyperventilating today. So I got all the things: leather, pearls, chain. I've got it all in today's show. All right. Now, this bracelet is a little bit different. We still have some wire and leather, and you can see here I have done a clean wrap. I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a second. Okay. The center of this bracelet is going to be two sections. One of them is already ready. So half of this is already done. We're going to do the second section together. There are some beautiful seed beads here, and then some prestige pearls in this like dark charcoal gray color. So pretty. Leather is in black. And then we also have a side drilled crystal bicone and a cross for some dangles if you want to add the dangles to it. Lots of wire in today's show. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. All right. So I'm going to take my wire here, and I'm going to do a wrapped loop, and I'm going to attach it. I'm going to go ahead and wire wrap it directly to this side of the leather that's already done. All right, so I'm going to come down on the wire about 2 inches. I'm going to bend the wire, and then I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, come in towards the back a little bit because I want my loop to be nice and big so that it can clear the surface of the leather, which is a 1.5 millimeter leather. Right, so we're going up and over, rotate the pliers, take the wire over to the other side to close up my loop. However, before I do the wire wraps, I'm going to slide the tail end of this into this leather. Now, you don't have to do it this way when you're putting yours together. You'll probably want to do the 2 wire wrap sections first and then attach the leather afterwards. But just to save time, part of mine is already done. All right, I'm going to hold on to that loop with my bent chain nose pliers, and I'm going to do about 3 wire wraps. Okay, and once I get those wire wraps, I'm going to come in with my cutter. I'm going to trim off, and I'm going to thread on my beads. Okay, so you can see it's just going to be the exact same pattern as this one. I'm going to do 3 seed beads. So 1, 2, 3 of those. Then I'm going to do one of my 4 millimeter prestige pearls, and then I'm doing 5 of the larger pearls. Don't forget, first 20 purchases gets a free gift, a little collection, a little bag of prestige side drilled bicones in some really beautiful colors. That's only the first 20. So if you missed out on the prestige cubes last week, you've got another chance this week to get your hands on some beautiful little crystals. All right, threading on my seed beads. Okay, so there is the second set. Okay, we're going to do a wrapped loop on the end. And with my chain nose pliers, grab the wire, give that a bend, coming in with my round nose pliers, and again, back towards the back. So we've got a nice big loop up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side. We're going to wire wrap in that space. All right, and then I'm going to come in with my cutter and I'm going to trim off the excess. Now we are going to add our leather to this side. And I'm going to do the clean wrap. However, if you like the messy wrap like I did in the previous project, you can do it that way. Okay. So we're going to take our piece of leather. First thing we want to do is we want to give these a slight curve, right? Because these are they're made with wire. So obviously we can move them around. So we're going to curve those so they're going to sit nicely on the wrist. So give them a little bit of a curve. And want to be sure that our loops are going to be facing the same direction so that we can take our leather. We're going to run our leather through those two loops and we're going to fold over. Now we're folding over a shorter section since we're not tying a knot, but you want to be sure you've got enough to hold on to. So about 1 inch. Okay. Hold on to that. Then you're going to take your wire. Okay. Now this time I'm going to be really precise, or as precise as I can be while we're live, because you know things never go as smoothly when you're live as when they do when you're doing this on your own and there's no pressure involved, right? But I'm going to wire wrap around my two pieces of leather where I have folded those over. And notice I start kind of in the middle of my wire. I don't start on one end so that I have two sides to work with. Okay. So I'm going to wrap around and I'm making those wraps nice and clean. I can use my tools or my fingernails to push those together to keep them nice and tidy. And I'm going to wrap around just like so. I can always flip it over and wrap with the other end if I need to, but I'm going to go around about 5 or 6 times. Okay. Nice and clean, just like the other side. Then I'm going to take my ends. I'm going to separate my two pieces of leather. Okay. And I'm going to wrap my wire just around one of those pieces of leather. And then I'm going to kind of push it down with my pliers just to kind of tidy it up. And then I'm going to trim. That takes care of my end. Now I don't have to worry that that is going to be sticking out and it's going to poke me, right? Or get hung on my clothing. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, just around. So I have to actually take it through the loop that I made, right? Kind of helps if you cut this end a little bit shorter, but if you haven't, that's okay. You're just going to pull. Same thing, right? And then you're going to trim. The closer to the inside of those two pieces of leather to trim, the better, because that's where that end is going to be, so it won't be out, right? And then trim your leather off. Okay. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other end with your hardware. So we're going to come down to the end. And I think the biggest challenge with this, and listen, like I said, if you want to do messy wraps, you can. You don't have to do the clean wrap. You 100% do not have to do that. The biggest challenge, I think, with this one, this bracelet in particular, is just making sure that your ends or your sides, your two leather sides, are the same length. The good news is that you can actually do this in advance before you do this part. So you can have these two pieces separate. I'm doing it all together, obviously, to show you how it all connects together. But if you wanted to do your two leather cords and do the ends first and then wire wrap your pearls to them, that way you can lay them side by side to really get a good measurement. I'm just kind of eyeballing it as best as I can here. So they might not be exact, but I'm folding over again, just like I did here, but this time I'm folding over with my jump ring. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing. So bringing in my wire, and I'm going to wrap around. It was a little too far up. I'm going to wiggle that down just a little bit. Okay. Wrap around. So again, same thing, like, you know, 5 or 6 times around, all lined up nice and neat. Separate out your cord. And just take your wire around one. And then trim. Tidy it up. You can go ahead and trim. And you're going to do the same thing through the loop. Let's cut this and make this a little bit shorter just to make it a little bit easier for us. Take that wire through the loop and just wrap around the tail. Use the tail of your wire. To just wrap around one side, and use your tools because it can be a little tricky. Okay, and then trim off. All right, so there you go. You have 2 wire wrapped ends, nice and clean. You've got your wire wrapped ends on the inside as well. Now you're ready to add your hardware. Okay, so just going to do, oh, whoops, that jump ring does not go with that. It goes with something else. I'm going to open up one of these jump rings and attach my clasp. All right, so there are your ends. Here is this side. Now, if you want to add dangles to this, because you guys know I add dangles to everything. I can't not. I have a little cross and a little bicone. I'm going to put my cross onto a head pin. And I'm going to do a wrapped loop. Chain those pliers. Bend the wire. Coming in with my round nose pliers, up and over. Rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then I'm going to wire wrap in that space. Now, your dangles, you can put these anywhere or nowhere, because some people do not like the dangles, and I'm okay with that. I don't take that personally. It's your piece of jewelry, so you do whatever you want to do. However, I'm going to put mine here on the leather. I generally put my dangles at the back with my clasp, but today I'm feeling a little different. So I'm going to take a jump ring. I'm going to thread on my crystal. And then I'm going to thread on my cross. And then before I close that, I'm just going to hook it into the leather right here and close that back. And there you go. It's so pretty. It's simple. It's easy to wear. It's just leather and pearls. Who doesn't love leather and pearls? Like, ask Wanda. She's losing her mind currently. And they're good pearls too. They're those beautiful prestige pearls. They're very, very nice quality. You don't have to add the dangles if you don't want them, but I thought they were kind of cute. This is one that you definitely can stack up. Also, you can adjust the length here by cutting the leather to the size that you need, right? Or you can add some jump rings or take away jump rings, whatever you need to do to adjust this. But oh, this was such a pretty little bracelet. Really, really love that one. So I hope that you guys liked it as well. All right, set that to the side. We're not stopping. We've still got plenty more to do. So let me get my scraps out of the way here. All right, now we're going to put together a bracelet style that we have done several times before. This is one that is similar to our button clasp bracelets in the sense that you guys always love this style. So I do it often with just different beads. So it is a double strand bracelet. This one is in beautiful teal green with some gorgeous Raven's Journey check glass beads. It's double strand, right? With the bellflower, 3 of the drucks are little bellflowers and 4 drucks. Those, there's going to be 2 of those. So we need to create our second one of those. It's going to come around to our Raven's Journey bee check glass coin beads with the little bee on them. And then a fire polish. And then, of course, you know, I have to have some dangles. So let's put this together. This style you guys always love, no matter what the beads are. So we're going to put this one together. I've already done a lot of the simple loops already just to save us some time, but we are going to do several of them together. So let's do that. Let's put together our chain here. So this one, I need an extra druck bead and I need my little flower section. So let's do that right now. We're going to take an eye pin and we are going to open the eye, and I'm going to go ahead and attach it to some of the beads that I've already put together. Now you'll notice there's no jump ring in between these. These are connected directly to each other. Okay, so that's why I'm connecting that eye pin right onto that. Now I'm going to thread on a druck. And I'm going to bend the wire right where it is exiting the bead, come in with my cutter tool, trim off, leaving myself about 1/4 of an inch of wire. I think I'm bleeding. That does not surprise me. Not in the least. All right, I'm going to grab my round nose pliers and I'm going to roll back, creating my simple loop. Once I have created that loop, I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, twist to open that loop, thread on my next eye pin, high ruby, twist to close that back. Okay, so I have 4 drucks, just like this. Now I'm going to create my little bellflower section. So I'm going to thread on a metal bead. Wipe that off so that I do not get an X rating here for having, there's a little DNA included in today's Feelgood Friday show. All right, my bellflower, and then I have a metal bicone with texture. I'm going to thread on my bellflower the other direction and then put a little metal bead inside there. Right? And then I'm going to grab the wire, give it a bend, cutter tool, trim, and round nose pliers, grab that wire to roll back. Oh my goodness, the tiniest little loop. Did you see that? That's so funny. Oh, the tiniest little weird looking loop. Don't judge my loop. It happens to everybody, right? You have these perfect loops and then you have the ones that look like this. They're just like, meh, meh. So it's totally fine. Nobody's going to notice it in the end, right? All right, I'm going to open up this weird shaped little loop and I'm going to go ahead and thread on the rest of my beads that were done in advance to save time. Close that back. All right, I have my 2 strands. They are intentionally 4 on one side and 3 on the other. Okay, if you are not a fan of that, you can take these 2 druck beads off and add them elsewhere or just leave them off altogether. Okay. All right, now we are going to put these onto some large jump rings. So I'm going to go ahead and take both ends on one side. I'm going to go through a large jump ring, and then I'm going to close that back. And I'm going to set this to the side for a second, okay? Because our next jump ring, I don't want to close it until I have everything ready to go. So as you can see, I have one of our coin beads with metal beads on an eye pin. We're going to do the same thing with another one. So I'm going to very gently open up the loop on this one, thread on an eye pin. Exactly, right? They're too close if they can notice that. And if they're that close, they better be like, I don't know, buying you dinner or something. All right, we're going to thread on a metal bead. We're going to thread on our coin. And then our metal bead. And we're going to do another simple loop. Okay. Bend the wire. Trim, leaving myself about 1/4 of an inch. Roll back. Okay, so I have 2 of those linked together. Now I'm going to add one more bead to this. So I'm going to open that, add on another eye pin. This time we're going to do a beautiful check fire polish. So we're going to do a metal bead, a daisy spacer, a check fire polish, and then I'm just going to repeat that. So I'm going to do the daisy spacer, metal bead, and then a simple loop. All right, so we have this little section is ready to go. Now it is all about putting all of this together, okay? So now we need to connect our 2 sides, and we are going to do that with some large jump rings. So as I mentioned before, this end, I left the jump ring off. I'm going to attach it now. So I'm going to take both ends through the large jump ring, okay? And then I'm going to thread on this section with my single beads, all in a nice little row. All right. And then I'm bringing it all around, just like, I love this color palette. Such a beautiful springtime color palette. Really, really beautiful. All right, now we have some more jump rings here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with those jump rings here in just a second. But you know I cannot not do the dangles. So I'm doing 2 bellflowers as dangles for this. Use them, leave them off. Again, up to you. But I'm going to thread my bellflower onto a head pin, and I'm going to bend that head pin right where it is exiting the bead. Then I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers to the side here. I'm going to go up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then I'm going to kind of roll that loop down so that it is centered up with the top of my bellflower. Then I'm going to take this wire and I'm going to wind it around the top of the bellflower to create like a little wire bead cap. Now you can do just a regular wrapped loop if you want to, but I love the look of that. It's just like putting your own little bead cap on the top. And then I'm going to trim, tuck that end, and I'm going to do that with both of my little bellflowers. Okay, so on the end that has our large jump ring, I am actually going to, I'm going to go ahead and open this back up. Don't tell anybody. I'll open this back up, and I'm going to thread on 2 6mm jump rings. This is a section where you can really alter this if you need your bracelet to be a different size. You can leave out some of these jump rings, but I have 2. Going to take another large jump ring and go through those 2. So I'm just kind of creating like a little chain out of my jump rings, if you will. And then I'm going to thread on another 6mm jump ring, this time just a single. Close that back. Oh, I forgot to add my bellflowers. We'll do that here in just a second. That's fine. On the other end, jump ring, clasp. Okay, and attach that. Whoops, no, to this guy right here. All right, so there's the bracelet without the dangles. if you would like to add your dangles, you can put them literally anywhere you want to. So if you want to put them on this one, or if you want to put them down here on this one, I'm actually going to put them on this one right here. So I'm going to open this back up. Now, I don't necessarily recommend opening and closing your jump rings this many times. Kind of figure out where you're going to put everything ahead of time so that you only have to open these as few times as possible. But it'll be just fine. You only have to open them once or twice. And there you go. Such a pretty springtime, happy little bracelet. Has some bees and some flowers, beautiful colors. And this is a style that you guys always love. So yeah, love this one. And I know that you guys are really fond of the double strand style that we do quite often. So, all right, moving on. We have two more things to go through. First thing we're going to do is our necklace, and then we are going to finish off with some quick and easy earrings. Okay. All right, let's put together this gorgeous necklace. This is just a straight up stringing project, but it doesn't even matter that it's just straight stringing because the colors are absolutely beautiful. Look at our color palette here. We have the softest purple. We have prestige bicones and prestige pearls in this gorgeous soft purple. Got some metal beads to break things up a little bit. And the bicones are in two different colors. We have that soft lilac purple and then a deeper purple just to kind of give it a little extra something. Okay. All right. And then the length of this is going to be some chain. So let's put this together real quick. We're going to thread on our crimp and our wire guardian. This is such a beautiful necklace. This would be a great necklace for Easter because of the soft pastels that are in this. If you've got an Easter celebration coming up, if you like do a gathering with your family or you go to church on Easter morning, you get a little extra dressed up for church that morning. This would be a great one. Great necklace for that. But then again, it's also a great necklace to just wear anytime because pearls are always a good idea. Just being honest. All right. Got that all crimped. Now we are going to string up a pattern here. So we're going to start with a metal bead. Okay, on the end. And we are going to thread on one of the light colored bicones. And then we're going to do two of the smaller pearls. Save all your larger pearls for the center. Okay, so just know that here on the outer edges, we're using the smaller pearls, a bicone, and a metal bead. I'll move my hands out of the way so you can see this. All right. So pretty. All right. Then we're going to do a darker bicone and a metal bead just to break that up just a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to repeat this. So we're going to do the soft bicone and the two smaller pearls. Don't forget, first 20 purchases today gets a free gift. A baggie of side drilled prestige bicones in beautiful colors. Last week it was cubes. And if you missed out on the cubes, I had a lot of people that were really bummed out because they missed out. They were not one of the first 20, so they were pretty disappointed. So you've got a second chance this week. If you missed out the first time, get your bicones this week, right? All right, a dark bicone, metal bead. All right, now we are moving to our middle section here. The middle section is our larger pearls. So we're doing a soft colored bicone and then a larger pearl. Soft color. And we're going to string on all of our large pearls this way, right here in the middle, with just these bicones in between. Don't forget to set your reminders for 4 p.m. Eastern this afternoon. I'll be over on artbeads.com for my afternoon live we are featuring Gardan beads. I've got some beautiful enamel pieces from Gardan beads, and we're going to put together a really beautiful, colorful, knotted, easy knotted necklace using some gorgeous check glass fire polish rounds and featuring one of the beautiful pendants from Gardan. All right, now we're ready to repeat this pattern again. Okay, so this was our middle. Move into the outer edge again. Don't forget, we're using chain for the length of this. If you wanted to swap the chain out for a beautiful like organza ribbon or a satin ribbon, I think that would be so pretty. You could do leather if you wanted to. You could do cotton cording. Anything would be beautiful, but it comes with the chain if you want to use the chain. Purple is the color of royalty for sure. All right, our bicone in the soft purple, and then we're doing 2 of our smaller pearls. Oh. Find the hole on those. All right, bicone, metal bead, drop that down. Dark purple, metal bead, drop that down, and then finishing the pattern with our lighter colored bicone, 2 smaller pearls, bicone, into our metal, and then we are going to crimp. But first we're going to kind of ooh and ah at this. So pretty. It's just beautiful, right? And we're not doing any crazy technique here. We're just stringing beautiful beads together, and it's going to be a stunning piece of jewelry. We didn't have to do any swoops and swirls and loop-de-loops or anything, right? We didn't have to add any kind of crazy technique. We stuck with our basics. We stuck with the building blocks. We put together beautiful beads on bead stringing wire. We crimped properly. We have a gorgeous piece of jewelry that we're going to be able to wear forever. So pretty. All right, so crimp, wire guardian, right? Back down through our wire guardian, and then down through our crimp. And then we're going to add our chain to this. Right, making sure we're not crisscrossing inside there. Put that into the back notch of your crimper tool. Give that a squeeze. Turn it sideways, put it into the front notch. Give that a squeeze. Trim off the excess wire. All right, and we are ready to add our length. And you've got a nice long piece of chain in your kit. You want to cut that in half and then trim it up to the size that you want. Put your jump rings on both ends, jump rings to attach to the wire guardians. And then in the middle, of course, your jump rings to attach to your clasp. For the back, right? So pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think this would be beautiful layered with just one other really simple. First of all, it's going to look beautiful by itself, but I know that a lot of you guys have like a simple piece of jewelry, like a single pearl or a solitaire, right? Real, not real, we don't care, right? But some of us have, you know, those little pieces. You could layer this with that. So if you had like a simple little pendant or a simple single pearl, which I think are just the most beautiful necklaces in the history of ever, or a little solitaire or whatever it happens to be, a little crystal, make this just a little bit longer so that it hangs just underneath. That would be the most beautiful little layered necklace ensemble, if you will. I think that would be beautiful. It would look gorgeous all by itself. You could layer this with some longer pieces if you wanted to, but this purple is so yummy. It's just such a beautiful springtime, soft purple. But purple is one of those colors that, number one, it looks good with just about every skin tone, right? And you can wear this any time of year. It's a classic color that it knows no bounds. It doesn't have to be strictly for spring or summer. You can wear purple anytime, during the fall, during the winter. It's just a gorgeous piece of jewelry that I think that you will grab for because it's easy to wear, right? It's not fussy. It's just pretty. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Heather says it's seductive and romantic. I think so too. I think so too. Something about that soft, soft purple that just, I don't know. It's a very romantic. All right, we've got one more piece and then we will be done for the day. I've got some quick and easy earrings for you guys. These are super cute. These are just little, I mean, they're kind of giving dragonfly vibes. They could be angels. They don't have to be anything. They're just kind of cute. I have some beautiful jade drops in a beautiful teal color. This is the same teal color that was in our bracelet. So you could definitely wear these as a set if you wanted to, but it is a jade drop and then our druck beads with some wings. And again, could be a dragonfly, could be nothing, could be an angel, could just be a cool design. I liked it. I thought it was a cool little combination. So we're going to take our wire. We're going to thread the wire through our drop bead. Okay. I'm not taking it to the middle. I've got one short end and a long end. I'm going to take those two ends and I'm going to bend them so that they follow the natural curve of the top of that bead. Flip that over in your hand. Do the same thing with the other wire. That is going to cause the two wires to crisscross. Whoops, right at the top of the bead. Take the long wire, bend it straight up and down. Take the short wire and bend it out to the side. So you're creating an L shape here. You're going to take that short wire. I'm going to grab the little crisscross section with my bent chain nose pliers. You're going to take the short wire and wrap it around the long wire 2 or 3 times. 2 times is plenty. 3 times if you're feeling a little extra on your wire wraps, is whatever. Okay. And then you're going to trim off the excess. And then you're just going to thread on your beads. Quick and easy. Instant gratification jewelry at its finest. So we're going to thread on 3 of these check glass drucks. Drop those down. We're going to thread on our little wings and then our last check glass druck. And then we're just going to do a wrap loop on the top and add our ear wire. They're cute. They're super cute. They're such a pretty springtime color. If they're a little long, you can take one of the drucks off. You can reconfigure these any way you want to, honestly. You don't have to put things together the way that I do it. I just give you the inspiration. You do whatever you want to with it once you get the kit home. You can add extra beads to it. You can add extra dangles to it. You can take things away. It's up to you. I'm okay with all of those things, right? I'm just giving you the inspiration and the materials, and what you do with them is totally up to you. However, I'd love to see them. So if you want to post pictures of them in our groups, that would be awesome. Whatever you do with your kits, we want to see them. Also want to see what you're doing with all of your other things as well. So if you're not part of our Facebook groups, we'd love to encourage you to come and join those and post pictures, share your creativity, get inspired from our other members. Add your ear wires, and those are done. They're so cute. They're just cute, right? Doesn't have to be anything. Doesn't have to be a dragonfly. Doesn't have to be an angel. Doesn't have to be. It's just cool. The wing beads, I think people really kind of pigeonhole those, and they're strictly for fairies and angels and, you know, and butterflies and dragonflies. But quite honestly, it's just a really cool texture to add to something. It adds just a little bit more visual interest. So use them. Use them if you've got them, right? Use them if you've got them. All right, friends, I am going to turn you around. First, I'm going to see if I can find the necklace bust so we can look at our beautiful purple necklace on the bust. So let me flip you around here. Also wanted to show you guys something real quick that I put together. I'm about to be traveling, right? My flight is tomorrow morning. And we, over on Art Beads, I did a whole thing about bag charms and bag bling, like, you know, things to accessorize your purses and your bags and things with. And we actually talked about cell phone charms and how that had come and gone, and it comes and it goes and everything. And I was thinking, you know, I really need a cell phone strap, because when I'm traveling, a lot of times, like if I've got my hands full, I've got like my carry-on and I'm pushing my suitcase and I've got all of these other things. Like when I travel, I always have a lot of things because I always travel for work. So I always have work stuff. So we talked about purse charms. Well, mine's not necessarily a charm. It is functional, but I wanted to show it to you because I just put it together. It's literally just, I just strung up some crystals so that I can loop it around my wrist and hold on to my phone, but I can also like let go of my phone and not worry that like I'm going to lose my phone. It's literally, you could do this with a necklace, you guys. It's literally just 2 ends with crimps and wire guardians and whatever beads you wanted to. The trick though is to make sure that you make it big enough that you can get your hand through it so you can hold on to your phone. That's what it's about. So yeah, what is attached to the phone? Let me show you what I got. So I got these for like $4. It's this clear plastic. You take your phone case off and you put this into the phone case. You slide this into where see where your charger port is. You can still get your charger in there, but it comes through that same little opening. You can get fancy ones, but listen, like a couple of bucks, that's all I needed. And honestly, you could make something very similar on your own with like an oval jump ring. If you had something that would lay flat, like you could do it with anything. But if you have shrinky dink plastic, you could use shrinky dink plastic. Like I'm just saying. But yeah, I found mine on Amazon, and then I just beaded up, you know, some beads that I liked, which for me is just the more sparkly, the better. But I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was really cool because we talked about it, but then I never really showed you guys like these things, and they're super inexpensive. So you can make whatever you wanted to for your phone case. All right. Looking at the things that we made today, I liked it because like if I put my phone in my back pocket, but I also have like a coat on, I'm always nervous that like I'm gonna like drop my phone out of my pocket and not know it because I can't feel it because it's underneath my coat. So if I can hook it to my wrist and it's sparkly and pretty, that makes me feel a lot more secure. All right, so here's our beautiful soft purple necklace with those gorgeous pearls and crystals. Absolutely stunning. Love that so much. So pretty. All right, then we had our earrings, which are cutie patootie. I love these. Super cute. Yes, love those. Very cute. And then we had 3 bracelets in today's show. Don't forget, we also had a maker mix in lucky green. All right, so here was our double strand bracelet with our gorgeous Raven's Journey bee beads, all check glass. So pretty. And then we had our leather and pearls, our little cross and our crystals. Another really pretty one. Need to bend my wire just a little bit more to get more of a deep, right? Yes, or if you're in the bathroom, I don't want to put my phone down on any surface in the bathroom. Ew. Cell phones are dirty enough as it is. I don't want to put it down on any surface. So, all right. And then our really cool bracelet that we did, that was the double strand on one side, and then our large hole beads on leather on the other, which I think is an absolutely beautiful blue. Oh, so pretty. Love that. All right. That is it for us today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me and letting me be a part of your afternoon. Those of you who are joining us on your lunch break, I love it. Thanks for having lunch with us. It's so much fun. I love it so much. Let's see. What was I going to say? A couple of things. Be sure that you set your reminders for 4 p.m. Eastern time for this afternoon. Artbeads.com. I'll be over there putting together a fun necklace featuring some beautiful enamel pendants from Gardan. No lives next week. I'll be back the week after next, though, back to regular schedule, but no lives next week. But you can catch me at 11 a.m. Eastern time on ShopLC for the debut of a brand new show called Gem Maker Studio. I myself and Becky Doll will be there. We're going to be showing you guys some beautiful bead mixes. We're going to have some really cool friendship bracelet kits. I'm super excited, and I would love for you to be there. Your support would be incredible. Let's bring in, guys, ShopLC is in front of 40 million people. 40 million people. That's just in the US. That does not include all of the other people watching ShopLC in other countries, right? Here in the United States, it's in 40 million homes. There's only, what, 228 of us here right now that make jewelry. Out of those 40 million people, some of those people are jewelry makers and they don't even know it yet. Let's go embrace those people and bring them into our community. They don't even know that they need to be here, but they do. So we're going to go get them. We're going to bring them into our community on Monday. Looking forward to it. So be sure that you set your reminders for that. I cannot wait. Looking forward to it. All right, guys, I'm out of here, at least for now. I'll be over on Art Beads later. If I don't see you on Art Beads later, have an amazing weekend. Have a great week next week. And I will be back with you again very, very soon. And I'll tell you all about my trip. Okay. I love you. Mwah. Bye, guys. Oh, wait, don't forget, first 20 sales, you get free prestige crystals. Okay. I love you. Okay. Bye.